morning. Hello. How is everyone tonight? I see James is here. Hello, James. How has actually work been going? Did you get enough rest? I wonder. Loretta, hello. Good to see you. And Mark is here early as well. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Oh, and Cool Gamer. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. How is everyone? I pulled 2 cards already. That's why I'm asking, because I got those cards here. The 9 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. And I immediately thought that, okay, this is about maybe being a bit burnt out creatively. I can just, wrong card. Just look at her. Here you have all this nice, beautiful, creative things, and she's like, man, looking in the other direction, maybe having some projects, but they're all, she is not really, she seems bored and yeah, not interested. And so, yeah. And also with this card, you can see, really, maybe even that you feel good about yourself, beat yourself up about this state of being this a bit, emptiness or boredom, burned out feeling, and the feeling of I don't have this spark anymore. And so that's what came up for me when I saw those 2 cards showing up. But what I also saw is this, that there's a white crow or raven or whatever. So we can always get out of this state again. So I think those 2 cards tell us how can we come back to the I'm sorry, I struggle with this. How can we come back here? Just look in the other direction, just we have just to do some things, and usually those are little things to get back into a better state, into a better mood, into a higher vibration, so to speak. So maybe those cards tell us to think about what helps us, like going out into the sun, listening to some cool music, and what helps us to lift our spirit again, or to get back into a more creative mood. Sometimes we just think, oh, I'm so tired, I'm not in the mood. But when we just start doing something, we come back into it, Sometimes it's just the mind that's kind of, today is not a good day, blah, 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 and then if you just tell yourself, no, that's not true, and do something to get you into a better mood, like get a warm cup of tea or a little treat or something, you can get out of this state and come back to the beautiful, creative side of life. Yeah. See, yeah, I really want to go back to intuitively reading cards, not just looking up what might be the meaning of a cup, 4 of cups or something. It's usually really helpful for me to just look at the cards and see what comes up for me first thing. So I hope that's okay for you. Thank you, Cool Gamer. I love that. You're awesome too. We all are, definitely. This is also something, yes, that really helps to lift our spirit. Go to a mirror and high five yourself, for instance. James, sleep has been an adventure. As usual, I can imagine. Been slowly adjusting my caffeine intake to see if it helps. Yeah. So, meaning that you drink a bit more of caffeine now or less? Less, I'm guessing. Right? Interesting. Cards. 4 of Cup fits any of the forces about replenishing your energy. I've been spending the last few weeks on research and refining my center. Actually, I drew a card for myself, and I was like, I took a break 4 weeks, but it says take a break. So maybe I think it's also about, for me personally, not to rush into everything too You know, like I had a break for 4 weeks and now I want to get everything done at once. And with the whole thing with the channel, this took a lot of energy, of course. So yeah, taking a break is always good. Loretta, I've done the unthinkable. I've switched to half cup so I can still drink the same amount. Oh, see, and James is actually drinking stronger coffee and fewer cups. Oh, that's also a possibility. Drinking higher quality brands so they are more satisfying to me. Also helps me limit sugar intake. Yeah. Less caffeine, but earlier in my day. Yeah. I actually drink hot lemon right now. I also don't drink coffee right now because I feel it makes me anxious, when I drink. So I've tried to not drink coffee for a while and see if I feel better in general. But of course, I totally understand that this is not an option for everyone, especially for people who have to work through the night. So yeah. Mark, I'm proud of myself for being on time. Yes, you can be. I have several dreams of this night still swirling in my head. Oh yeah, you have to write them down. I'm happy about cooler temperatures. Me too. I feel this, I have this fall coming up feeling, because the nights here in Germany are getting way cooler now. And I feel fall will be a great time for creativity. So if you are in a rut, maybe the energies are coming. Fall is always a good time for creativity. Oh, Mark could talk forever about how I am, how he is. Weird. Usually I have no idea about what to answer to. How are you? So I think for Mark, this is a signal to get his journal out and start writing, maybe. I've also began limiting my iced tea. That's what we have to balance. The treats, sometimes we need something nice. Ooh, yeah, but yeah, when the fall comes, I won't drink iced tea anymore. Loretta, yes, I have the deer in the headlights feeling. I'm like, if you want me to talk, you best prepare if you can't be more specific when you ask, how are you? Yeah. Okay, I will share with you now my first 20-minute timer. Thank you, Loretta, for your comments about the timers yesterday. And I know now this is one of your favorites. So let's have some fun. I will start reading when I find a place to put my cup. Now, let me first start the timer. Here we go. Enjoy. first sprint, and we already had a lot of nice comments in the chat. I'm just laughing about Mark's comment to James. Yes, please do elaborate on what you mean by talking less. But I mean, we haven't been together for quite a while, so of course things have to come out now. Yeah, and I always find it so fascinating, James, you know so much about the MBTI stuff, and also it seems about astrology. Also very fascinating topic. And I wonder if, yeah, when we talk about, because I just said about the seasons and everything, that I feel there is some energy coming towards us, might be in alignment with astrology too, but I have no idea. And yes, I also love the talk about how do you feel, the question, or how are you? I obviously struggle with this question as well. And what I try to do nowadays is, I talked about this before, when I want to make a decision, I need to get away from people. I have to be alone to really come to a decision that is for myself and not for other people. I really have to get away from people. And my friend Peg just recently had a cool, she showed me, she says, she called it somatic decision making. And I don't know if I can explain it to you, but I found this fascinating and I love this idea. She said you have to stand very relaxed. I hope I remember it correctly. And you will ask your body, what does yes mean? And then you see if your body moves forwards or backwards, you know? And this will mean, if you ask your body a question, this will mean yes when he moves forward, the body. And backwards will mean no then. Oh God, I'm so bad at explaining things. She's so much better with this. So, but still, I hope you get what I'm explaining to you. So she says, if you really want to make a decision and you can't, because you're so much in your head, and obviously it's very good to involve your intuition and your body into decision making, you just stand somewhere and relax, and then first ask, what does yes mean, what does no mean, and then you will see in which direction your body moves, and then you can ask your specific question, and your body will show you with its movement if yes or no. You can obviously only ask yes or no questions. So I found it so fascinating, and I've tried it already, but I didn't try it with important questions because I was so scared that my body would give me an answer I don't want. Yes, my daughter, I showed it to my children, also was immediately, that's kind of what a pendulum does as well. And I thought, yeah, it's actually true. And Peg didn't come up with it herself. I think one of her coaches showed it to her, but she also was like, yeah, that's so cool. And she does it all the time, she says, because, she explained it to me. It was for her about when she ate something, she wanted to know if she could, when she felt bad afterwards, what was it in her food. So she needed it for her health. So she could ask her body after eating something, is what, just an example, where are the onions, why I have a headache now, or something like that. Just it would help her to understand herself, her body's reactions to food better. And then she started to using this for real different questions. So I found it so fascinating. It just came up for me with this, how are you? And we often struggle with this thinking of ourselves or understanding ourselves. And I think this is one great tool we could try to use to, not when someone asks us something. This would be also cool. Wait a second, I have to see what my body. Sorry. Yeah, but just, it's difficult we don't have the time often, or we don't really know what's actually going on with us. And then when we listen in, we feel like, oh, I'm so stressed out and I don't even know why. For instance, this is often what happens to me. Sorry, I should stop talking and look what it's the same for me, James. I haven't talked to you in such a long time. I cannot stop. I feel like I can pick any time period or context to answer, and oh yeah, it will be the right one for the question. Yeah. James, guess I'm just fighting what I described to coworkers as inertia of the jaw. Either I don't talk at all or I go on for hours. Yeah, I'm the same, James. Ooh, the latest new moon was square to Mars. Mars is a very important planet for me. Lots of energy in the mix. Also, every planet from Jupiter to Pluto is now in retrograde, which drives introspection, which actually is good. I thought retrograde is always bad, but yeah. So, yeah. But I think introspection is something also driven by the seasons. Fall. I just this morning I thought about if I should make a stream about the tarot cards again, just journaling for 1 hour and doing some shadow work for like Halloween season. I think this would be fun again. I did this with Peg last year. Unfortunately, I don't think I think we didn't do it on YouTube. We did it with Zoom or something. I just wanted to say it's deleted, but yeah. So, I want to know a bit more about retrogrades, James. Are they usually bad, or can we always find a positive side for retrogrades? I mean, I just remember Peg telling me that we shouldn't sign contracts during, I don't know which planet's retrograde it was. Mercury retrograde, I think, because communication isn't very good then. Retrogrades are what you make of them. See, that's good. They give an opportunity to secure personal growth that occurred while the planet was moving forward. Oh, yeah, that's why the introspection is good then, to process all this stuff. Very, very interesting. I will think about this and continue reading during the next sprint. A 25-minute sprint will come up next. I actually have more timers to come up just in case it gets boring for you. But for today, we'll use this one now. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Yay! Did it. 25 minutes of I read for 25 minutes, and yeah, my manuscript. The good thing about reading through it is there are several things I need to work on, but I can just make a list and then work through it. So for now, I don't have to work on them. So, and there are also good parts, of course, that I'm happy to read. And the things I need to change. Usually, the most important thing I think is I'm rushing it too much. I'm one of those writers who write too fast. Everything is happening so fast, and I think I can, I don't know, explain more. I don't know. I will see, but I'll get there. So I'm still in a good mood about my text. Actually, I'm happy about this because I thought, it's so short. I was thinking before that actually the story, there's quite a lot of things happening, but still the text is so short. So that's why I thought, already before reading through it, that probably I need to slow down. But that's not easy for me. I'm not one of those writers who can describe everything beautifully. I don't know. So, how did everybody do? I love this comment from Loretta, and I already looked at my calendar about when would be a great time for a tarot writing journaling stream, probably around Halloween or before Halloween, something like that. Yeah, I already marked it in my calendar, so I can think about it a bit more. I also like this comment. Mars tends to have an energizing effect, and it drives new ideas and new creative energy. So yeah, like I said, Mars should be an important planet for me because I'm in Aries, and I think also with my Leo, I don't know. So I'm so bad with astrology that I always forget everything, but I cannot keep this in my mind. That's why. Ooh, when I wasn't yapping, what's yapping again? Just closing your eyes. So I think I asked this before. It's like napping, a mix of napping and talking. Yeah. Okay. When I wasn't yapping, I was working through a therapist's take on Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones. Wait, which of the Lannisters is Tywin Lannister? Is it the father? Oh yeah, the father. Yeah. I have the feeling this actor always plays the same kind of characters. I just saw him in the Sandman's TV show. This really bad guy. But he seems to enjoy this. So what were you, and yeah, what were the therapists saying about Tywin Lannister? I mean, he probably, I have to say, that I haven't watched Game of Thrones, really. I just know about it from YouTube. So, but yeah, he wasn't a very good father. Yeah, his face was made to be angry at everyone. Yeah, I also remember what other movie, there was this Dracula movie where he was the origin vampire that kind of gave the first blood to Dracula. Yeah, it's always kind of playing those guys. Loretta made dinner. Cheeseburgers in the air fryer and had dinner. I napped through lunch earlier and forgot to eat. Ooh. Cheeseburgers would be nice now for me too for breakfast. Honestly, whenever we talk about food, yesterday as well, I'm thinking like I should do some timers with food as well for us. Yeah, I will think of something. Maybe I can come up with a good timer. I'm getting hungry now. It's not good. Okay, it's time for a 40-minute timer. 40-minute summer rain. I like this comment. Sorry, his face was made. But I mean, he made a great career out of it. So, okay, here we go. Are you ready? I don't know if I can read for 40 minutes now. I will probably get up and get some more to drink. And then, yeah, we'll see. I actually like where I'm at. Actually, it's now at a place in my novel where my favorite part comes up. So maybe I will read through the next 40 minutes. Ooh, yeah, I was thinking of, I mean, an air fryer must be really good. I don't have an air fryer, but I have been thinking about getting one because you can get things really crusty. Can you? So tell me, Loretta, if it's a good investment. If it's good to invest into an air fryer. So I just found a recipe for tofu in the air fryer. I love tofu, me too. As a vegetarian, obviously. But when I make it, it tastes like garbage. Honestly, when I was a student, that was the first time I came to eat tofu, and I love to eat it plain. Without nothing. Or yeah, I was a very poor student. I didn't have any money, so I just made it or fried it in oil, I think. So but I always loved it. Probably no one else. But I'm not a very good cook. I have to admit, my kids always love to go eat in school because I love to cook. It's a creative act, but it doesn't mean it tastes good afterwards. So yeah. Oh, some more comments about Tywin. Tywin was driven by his shame over his father's infactual rule. His treatment of his sons was very, very interesting. Yeah, usually there's some root cause in the past of the parent. Also, Tywin is stereotypically self-righteous about Tywin's use of prostitutes. The book suggests that Tywin had a private passage built to a whorehouse. Yeah. So the mirror. His son was the mirror, and then Loretta, I just bought one because I tend to put stuff off, and then I'm starving before. Yes, I'm the same. I struggle so much with regular eating. I read about Ayurvedic medicine and stuff, and one of my main problems is, which is not very good for me, that I don't eat regularly, or I struggle eating. I should eat at the same time each day, and with 3 kids and a husband and me being creative, that's not very good. I've made salt and fried chicken. Yeah, I thought so. This crispy, yeah, plate. Yeah, I was wondering if I should admit it to you, but yeah, I love. Yeah, and lots of inspiration, no execution. Yeah, you even cook. Yeah, I have friends who have always the same recipes, like family recipes, and they don't struggle with cooking anything nice for their kids. But I definitely do, because I always love to try new things. My kids have to suffer for it. I just think it's so boring to cook the same thing all the time, and then I hate it. I only love to cook when I find a new recipe that I can try out, a new kind of tastes. I love all kinds of different tastes. Yeah. I love it plain, fried in some oil. Yeah, it's simple and it tastes good, but not when I make it. Yes, definitely. I think that's why the Ayurvedic lifestyle, or whatever that they recommend, eating and sleeping at regular times, definitely, because it really is helpful. It can actually ease psychiatric symptoms. Yeah. We can all think about this now for 40 minutes during the next sprint. I mean, with sleeping, it's okay, I think, for me, if there weren't the kids, but eating, not so much. Okay, here we go. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Our longest sprint ever. No, our longest sprint is over. I read through almost the whole time, but I also was thinking about the comments and everything. So, oh yeah, and don't forget to stretch and drink some water. I'm getting tired. Yeah, because I'm sitting here. Yeah, but after the stream, I will go out for a walk. That's what I usually do. Because when I don't do it, I won't go out for a walk ever. So the best time for me to get up moving is after the stream, because then I usually feel this energy. And yeah, that's the best time for me to go out for a walk, and I will do this then. And then I will be back not as tired anymore, hopefully. Yeah, and in the chat we talked about eating habits and sleeping, napping habits. Oh yeah, napping, I thought about, I think it was Edison, who only slept like for 4 hours always, and he loved to nap. And because I was thinking of it when Loretta wrote that she, even when she sets a timer, she sleeps through it sometimes. And I think he held something in his hand, like a glass of water. No, I don't know. Something that when he really fell asleep, he would drop it and then have to, wake up, definitely. So if it was water, for instance, or a glass of water, I don't know if this would be helpful for you to not sleep through a nap. I have to say, yes, James said napping can be very good for people, and I would say yes, that's true. But I struggle with napping as well, because usually probably because I have low blood pressure or something, whenever I really give into it and nap, it's like so deep. I get in such a deep state that I'm when I get up again, I feel worse than before, so I always try to avoid taking naps. I hate taking naps. I don't like how I feel then. But again, coming back to Edison, what really helps with creativity and thinking or coming up with solutions or stuff like that is really getting into this. That's probably why Edison loved to do is this, getting into this light sleep state, still awake, not asleep yet. I think that's a very good state to be in, to come up with ideas, to find intuitive solutions and stuff like that. So lying down sometimes can be very helpful. Yeah. Mark says, when feeling bad, it's snacking and computer games for me, or endless hours of watching YouTube. Yeah. And that's the thing with it. I am the same. When I'm stressed out, I try to get away from this feeling by eating stuff like chocolate, or by numbing myself with watching YouTube. And sometimes, especially when I know when I'm stressed out because I have a meeting or something, then a lot of the day is gone for YouTube, because I have to get away from this bad feeling, which is not healthy, I think. And when I'm generally feeling bad, I know I cannot do this, because then I will just feel worse and worse over time. Sometimes it helps just to tell me, tomorrow is another day. I have a writing stream in the morning to get me back up into a better mood, maybe. But usually I try to avoid to fall into this trap of watching and numbing myself, because I know it will not really make me feel better. But it's so hard, and it's so easy to just turn on Netflix, It's really hard nowadays to stay in your body, so to speak, when you feel bad, because there are so many possibilities to get out of there. Ooh, Loretta, that helped me to make a connection. In Arizona, I had a big cozy chair I would nap in. Yes, I was still sitting up, so I couldn't get in a deep sleep. Yeah, that sounds like a great solution. Yes, sitting, yeah. That's great. Nap length is essential. Yes, if you sleep more than 20 minutes, then sleep in multiples of 90 minutes. Yeah, most people have sleep cycles, yeah, of 90 minutes each. Otherwise, you wake in a deep sleep phase. Exactly, that's why I struggle with it. I struggle first with when I lie down with slowing down my mind. So when I set a timer like 15 minutes, it's for once not enough to slow myself down to even take the nap. And then if I take it too long, it's yeah, that's crucial with the minutes and the time. Here I have to lay down, so maybe I should invest in another chair. Yeah, it seems like this would be a great investment, Loretta. James, I will switch my timer from 30 minutes to 90. Ah, yeah. So you have completed the sleep cycle and then you can get up. Numbing involved in a lot of psychological problems, especially addiction. Yeah, I would say I have a kind of a YouTube or screen or, watch something addiction. It really helped me. I always know it comes back to when I was a kid and had took violence sessions, and I always was scared of my teacher. So whenever before I had to go to the music school, I watched TV and it really helped me so much to just calm down. And then last minute I went up and went there. So I think this started the cycle of numbing myself whenever I feel stressed out. Mark, I agree on short nap lengths. I do nap sometimes light, sometimes very deep and dreaming. But if it's a short nap, I'll be refreshed. Yeah. Probably each one of us has to figure out what exactly is the best condition to take a nap and then yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people do, Loretta, until you use food and YouTube to numb out. That's yeah. And I was also thinking about my children that I kind of teach them with the food the same things, because whenever they feel bad and I feel like I cannot really help them. Kids have problems. You as a parent can only hug them and be there for them. And what do? I ask them if they want something to eat. I would get them something nice to eat. So I'm kind of teaching them the same thing, but it stresses me out when my kids don't feel good. So the first thing I think of something nice to eat. It's a vicious cycle. You continue it with your children and yeah, but I haven't really found a solution yet. So yeah, yeah, it's kind of I think that's also something deeper that as a mom you want to it's the same with waking them from sleeping. I hate to wake them in the morning because my inner mom, my mom, the being a mom is telling me it's good when they sleep, and then in the morning I have to get up, go to school. So yeah, there are several things coming together here, and when my kids like the food I get them, it's always I feel good. So yeah. Okay, my friends, let's have a final sprint. What timer can I use? It's kind of boring for me to always use my own timers. I'm struggling with that. So here we go again with my 20-minute universe timer. I also want to use my daughter's timers, but I'm waiting for a moment because they're only 5 minutes long. Maybe I should create a longer one. Okay, but here we go. 20 minutes, final sprint. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That's the end of sprint number 4. You did great. And it was such a nice stream. We had very great talks, and I will go through the chat later again. I want to do this now more regularly and really get more in depth into the topics we talked about. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Oh, Loretta, no writing today, but I got several things off my to-do list. Awesome. I didn't write too. I write all the time, but I'm really tired now. I don't know if this is bad, thinking about my novel when I get tired reading it. No, but I think it's because I'm not used to getting up that early again, so I have to get back to the schedule. Yeah, so have a great rest of the night, start into the day, and I will be back tomorrow. I hope I will see you soon. James, we wore you out. No, you didn't. You kept me awake. So, okay, here we go. See you soon. Bye bye, my friends.